Hi all, welcome back. I'm Michelle, and in these videos I've been talking about sustainability for business. In this one we're going to be looking at organisation and workforce development. So basically, what kind of training are you going to put in place and how are you going to bring people on board to get them to work on the climate agenda with you. So when you're actually talking about raising awareness and training, the nice thing is we're going to be touching on these sustainable development goals. So if you're using this framework, the SDGs, to actually hang your sustainability action plan from, these are the ones that it's actually going to be hitting. And it's important because, you know, there still is quite a big disconnect between understanding what exactly climate change is and the implications that has for our societies, and how people can tackle that in their individual lives, and then their wider influences that they can have as well. So these kind of training programs will be important. So you can have your straight training programs, exactly like I've just said, but there are other ways to actually engage staff. So you might want to have incentives, you might like to have sustainability days or weeks, options to provide ideas and innovations from the front line. Make sure the training and development takes place across all different levels so that everybody is on board with the agenda and they're going to be helping to achieve those business outcomes, and your targeted outcomes as well. But what you'll find is that by putting in these kind of programs and encouraging your staff to get on board, you are actually going to have happier, healthier staff, and these kind of projects are generally quite kind of fun and exciting to help make people feel part of a business, to help steer that business in a particular direction. So this is just one example of how a organisation looked at its approach to sustainability with their staff, and what they actually wanted their staff to help them achieve and what they needed to do to actually get them there. So, you know, particularly this kind of ideas and innovation thing is really important, having good feedback, because there are things that can be expected of staff, that actually in practice there are difficulty factors that are maybe not known at management levels. So having good feedback and making sure that things are working for your staff, as well as your actual climate agenda, is really important. And then finally, if you can, encourage staff to get involved with volunteering. Now, CSR, this kind of corporate social responsibility, is a big thing. It provides loads of volunteers to the third sector, and it has a monetary value. And the actual community organisations that these volunteers manage to get into, it's 100% brilliant for them. So if you can implement something and encourage your staff to get involved in their local communities, that was a great way to do it. And importantly, this is one of the big driving reasons that we're actually taking all these kind of actions. You know, the public belief in a climate emergency, not just climate change, the climate emergency, is now so high. We're over 2/3 of the world's population pretty much understands that we're in an emergency and wants people to take action. So if we can encourage that volunteering, encourage our skills and knowledge into our wider communities, then that's going to help build up particular partnerships and networks, which is going to be the subject of my next video for the sustainability kind of action planning series. So I hope this has been useful for you, and I'll speak to you soon. Thanks.